how procurement works. They receive the tenders from the client, and then they start extracting all the items that they need to purchase, and then they start writing their commercial proposals in order to submit to the client, including with the technical proposals and so on. So usually this process, it takes some amount of time, all right? So with this type of system, you will be able to extract everything and put it in the Google Sheet or Excel sheet in your scenario, for example, in less than a minute, just matter of seconds.
In today's video, we're going to show you guys a very simple workflow where you can group spare parts, and we'll show you the whole workflow from A to Z. And today I have Omar from our team here, who's automating all the workflows for our clients, and maybe you can introduce yourself shortly.
Yes, hello Noah, how are you? Yes, we've worked a lot, and with this type of system that we will be presenting right now, it can be tailored to every customer that will need to use this system in his procurement department.
Perfect. Can you walk us through the key components of the whole automation?
How procurement works. They receive the tenders from the client, and then they start extracting all the items that they need to purchase, and then they start writing their commercial proposals in order to submit to the client, including with the technical proposals and so on. So usually this process, it takes some amount of time, all right? So with this type of system, you will be able to extract everything and put it in the Google Sheet or Excel sheet in your scenario, for example, in less than a minute, just matter of seconds.
How long will it normally take when you need to do this manually for, obviously it depends what's the input, right?
Yes, it depends on what's the input, and usually it takes days. Okay, so if we will talk about maybe 3-4 days in order to group all the items related to every client or every vendor, you will need to group everything together, start writing the emails, send the emails. You need to go and check if you already have these items already priced or not. But in our case, it's a matter of seconds.
When we implement this into companies, they can do this in seconds instead of days.
Yes, no, for sure, yes, you can do that. And for sure, it can be tailored to every client's objective. I'll walk you through to my system. I start with the Gmail. So for example, if I want to implement such a system to a company, what I will do is that I will create an email for this AI agent or to this system, and I will have it as my trigger, okay? So whatever emails I'm getting, it will be getting extracted. You will give it to the AI. It will extract all the BOQ items, or all the items that you need to purchase or to ask the vendors about it for the quotation, okay? And then after that, we are approximating from our surveys that we have done with the clients that usually the procurement department, they have a list of items that they already know its prices, okay? So you will not need to go back and forth to the same vendor more than once. So you already have the price of one item. You will not need to go and get another quotation for it. Okay, so what it does is that it takes all the items from the AI, and then it goes inside the spreadsheet, okay, in order to check, do we have this item or not? Is this item priced or not? Okay, and then here, if it's not available in the spreadsheet, it will add it. It will append it inside the sheet itself, okay? So we have this item, but it's not priced yet. So in this case, we will be sending to the vendor. Okay, another thing, so usually most of the procurement companies or any company that works with clients, they have list of vendors which are the approved vendors by the client. They will not be able to go outside this list in order to get whatever items they need in order to give it to the client, okay? So we are having here a Google Sheet which has all the emails for the vendors who are approved for the client. So what it will do is that it will combine all the emails that it has from the Google Sheet. It will take all the spare part items which are not quoted in our directory, and then it will group them together, and then it will start pairing them. So for example, if I need 10 parts from Siemens and 2 parts from ABB and 5 parts from whatever other vendor is, I will not need to send an email, more than one email for every spare part to the same vendor. So I need to send one email to the same vendor with all the spare parts needed from him.
So it does it completely automatically and just sends one email to combined. Okay, for everybody watching, if you want to have something like this implemented, you can straight away book a free demo call into our calendar. and we will jump on this call. But can you run us through one demo maybe? Maybe you can put in one email, you can show us how it works?
Yes, what I can do is that send an email. Okay, so the spreadsheet here, it includes the spare parts, the brand, the price, expiry date, lead time, and payment terms. I will get to introduce you more about these columns in the next parts, but let's focus here. The spreadsheet here is empty. For this sheet, I have all the emails. I've done like a demo, like sample emails for all the clients that we have. Here are all the emails for the clients. This sheet, we will include all the spare parts for, okay? Here we receive the email, all right? I go back to Anytime, I can start executing the workflow to receive the email, to extract everything with the AI.
I mean, this takes approximately what, 30 to 45 seconds? I mean, while we're speaking and just taking a look at it,
Okay.
in other departments,
Finished.
this could take days. Okay,
All
perfect.
the emails are sent right now. If you come here to my email, you will find that all the emails have been sent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 emails were sent. Okay, so we want the team for the procurement to be interacting with the system. How will it be interacting with the system? They will be able to know what is the system doing right now. So what I've done here is that I made the workflow to send an email to, for example, the procurement manager or the procurement specialist and tell him, okay, we don't have these parts in my directory. I will send an email to the vendors in order to get these parts. As we can see here, you will find all the spare parts, including in the tender, have been added for every spreadsheet together. Okay,
Amazing.
I can show you a sample. For example, let's say this is one of the, okay, Jimmy Kuti, please provide the quotation for the following item. We can check, for example, let's say, yeah, this is vacant. We will see here, this is Jim. We have 2 spare parts needed, right? And for this one, for example, Siemens, yeah, we have 14 brand items of Siemens. So imagine that you're grouping 14 items of maybe another 50 or 60 items in your tender or whatever list you have. Okay, it will take time, right? This one, it grouped everything together, okay, and then it sent the email, as you can see here. What we can do, and what I've done before also, but I haven't done today, is that it can add here the quantity. Okay, I need 2 pieces of this, 5 pieces of that, 3 pieces of this, and so on. Okay. So this is mainly done with this system that we can see here. All right, it can do this one in seconds. They actually use something like this in their back end in order to save lots of time.
How scalable is this workflow? Can it handle a large list of items?
Yes, it can handle large items and large amount of items for sure. But the thing is, again, as I said at the beginning, is that you will need to train it. Okay, imagine that this is a graduate from university, just graduated yesterday, and you're trying to employ him in your company. In order for you to do that, you will start giving him instructions, start giving lots of tasks in order to get used to this type of workflow, so he or she can get better by the time.
How would you adapt this for other use cases, something like invoice processing or inventory requests?
If the client or whoever wants a system, but you need to have the data. Yes, you're talking about inventory right now. Okay, do you have your database available at Microsoft Excel, Google Sheets, whatever it is?
Who would you recommend to reach out to us so we can implement it for them?
For this system, it will be very, very good for small to medium businesses. If you start with small to medium businesses, and then you can use it, it will be great. It will be perfect. Medium businesses, everything is compact, and it will be easy for it to be monitored. Okay, it will be great for them. You will be able to scale it. When this company or this SMB start growing, you will be able to grow it with you. Okay, for the enterprise level, yes, it can. Okay, but you will need to have lots of databases and lots of documentation to be entered to this agent in order to fine-tune it accordingly, in order to tailor the client needs. That's the whole thing.
Okay, amazing. So again, guys, when you want to have something like this implemented, either you're a mid-sized company or you're an enterprise, then book straight away a demo call and we will take a look at your scenario. So either we see each other in the call or we see each other in the next video. Bye-bye.